Shorty, I got the keys. I got the keys to the city. Amoris, papi come, Amoris, mami come, Amoris, shorty come, Amoris, oldies come.
Ouch. In this video, a young Nigerian woman is faced with many concerns and tears after she finds out that her and her partner of 5 years are both sickle cell positive, making her newly unborn child at high risk for sickle cell complications. Welcome, Lady Blossoms. I'm Lady Lotus, and today is another day that we bloom into our highest selves. In this video, we'll be talking about 5 signs that your partner is not compatible. Before we do get started, please remember that the signs and reasons I list in this video may not apply to everyone, as we are all unique individuals. If you have any real concerns, please consult with your private physician. The first sign to know that your partner is not the one is if you two are genetically incompatible. I know this one is a little tricky, and this one definitely deals with relationships that have been together for a little bit longer, because you may not want to go on that first date and say, hey, are we genetically incompatible? But you also probably want to start straying away from those surface level questions, such as, what's your favorite color? Whenever you're dealing with a partner that you're serious about, if you guys are intending to have a future together, you want to be genetically compatible, because these are signs that you should not be together if you're not. What is genetic incompatibility? It is described as the process by which mating could yield offspring that are simply non-viable, or offspring that are prone to disease or a genetic defect. This can have various impacts on fertility, pregnancy, and of course the offspring health. So as women, when we're dealing and considering and being picky about our partners, we need to consider whether or not they are compatible with our own genetics, because it's not just about the life that me and my partner are creating. If we want children, if we want a lineage, it's also about the life that our children have to live. I think that's something to really consider when you are looking into your partner. So how do you know if you are genetically compatible with your partner? You can go to your physician, talk about it, and they can conduct some tests between you and your partner, and you can find out then and there. Do not be like, this couple at the beginning of the video who found out they were both sickle cell positive after having a child and being together for 5 years. Try to prevent that as much as possible, and receive genetic testing. And if you're incompatible, that is a very clear tell sign that you guys are not compatible. All right, coming in with number 2 is if you are dealing with a Mr. Probiotic man. What do I mean by that? If your partner is giving you multiple UTIs, not 1, not 2, we're talking about more than 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However many UTIs, that is a sign that your body is physically rejecting your partner. I talked about this a little bit on a short that I had posted, and somebody actually commented and they said, you could potentially lose your soulmate if you're receiving multiple UTIs thinking that they gave it to you when maybe you have some type of genetic condition. While that could be true, come here, let me tell you something. If that man was your soulmate, they would not be exacerbating your symptoms. Hello? Let's be for real, ladies, okay? If it's your soulmate, that mate is supposed to be great for your soul. Maybe they're supposed to help and guide you through those symptoms, but they're not going to exacerbate those symptoms. That's just my take on it. As women, okay, as human beings, really too, our bodies are so wise. They will tell us a lot of the times what's going on and what's wrong with us before our mind and spirit even catch up. If you're receiving UTIs, that is a physical manifestation that something is going on within your body, and your system does not like it. Your body does not like it. Your womb, okay, Lady Blossoms, your wombs do not like it. And so, if you're experiencing different infections, then you have to be really considering who and what is causing this, because we're not just talking about one, we're talking about multiple UTIs back to back. That is a really clear sign that your body does not like the fluids of that man that you're dealing with. The third sign that your person may not be the one, and this one is funny because I like to call them vampires. They got 2 fangs and they coming in to drain. The third sign that your partner is not the one is if they drain your energy. You're dealing with a vampire. If this individual is draining your energy, this could be a sign that they are not compatible for you. They are not the one. You should be dealing with partners that feed you, that feed life into you, that give you energy. And I'm not talking about draining energy after the do, because that's a different story. I'm talking about being in this person's presence, and feeling demotivated, not having energy to do the things that you need to do. Being in this person's presence and just feeling like they're receiving all the energy and you're losing it. If you're constantly telling yourself, oh my gosh, I feel so tired, I feel so drained, I'm sleepy this, I'm sleeping that, and it's always after dealing with your partner or being around your partner, hello, your body's reacting to them. It could be a difficult pill to chew or swallow, depending on which pill you're taking. But it is one that is real, and it's something that you have to consider when dealing with your partner. So if the vampire is draining your energy, if they coming in and say that one phrase, which is, oh, you give me so much energy, I like you because, you give me this, you give me that. I'm not saying it's a red flag, but I'm saying it's some flag, all right? Because why are you getting so much energy and I'm not getting anything reciprocated in return? The fourth sign that this person may not be the one for you is if you receive constant headaches. And I like to call this one Mr. or Mrs. Migraine. If you're having headaches around this person, especially after kissing them, especially after doing the nasty up and then a sticker. If you're having headaches after any of these things, if after really long conversations of talking to this person, your body's rejecting them. If you're receiving faint headaches, if you're always kind of feeling dizzy, feeling sick and you don't really know what it is, and it's always, again, after being around the specific individual, you're not crazy, baby. You're not crazy. They're just not for you. They're not compatible. And your body is picking up on it, okay? And lastly, but not least, we're going to wrap up this video with the fifth sign. And this one is one of the most important signs, so please stay tuned, okay? The fifth sign that your partner is not compatible is if you feel like something is missing and you can pinpoint it. We all know the saying, it was just a gut feeling. My intuition's telling me this, my intuition's telling me that. Something's just not right. Chances are, ladies, if you don't feel it, if something is not quite right, if you can't put a finger on it, but you know there's something there, chances are it's not right for you. That is a sign from your gut telling you, screaming at you even, that this person is not the one for you. We are always constantly saying, I should have listened to my intuition. I should have followed that gut feeling. So let's start now. Let's start now, because most times we are right. Most times our gut feeling is correct. Our intuition is trying to protect us. These signs, it can be kind of difficult to interpret or know exactly where they're coming from because of the nuances. But a clear way to know how to figure out if this person really is not for you is if you track all of the signs and symptoms. I would suggest journaling. Pick up a journal. That's the fastest way. I need you ladies to start journaling how you're feeling before you meet with this person, before you're with them. Start journaling your emotions. Start journaling the point within your cycle, all right? And then journal how you feel after being around them, during them. Record everything, because that's the only way you're going to figure out and find that and create that clear pattern of recognition. Recognize where these signs are coming from, because maybe you're just having a bad day. But if you start journaling and writing out, how you're feeling before, after, during, then you're going to be able to pinpoint where these feelings or symptoms or signs are coming from. It won't just be all in your head. You'll have clear, concrete evidence, and it'll be in that journal. Our body can send us all the signs, but until our mind realizes that something's wrong, nobody's gonna tell us anything. But once we clearly see with our mind, and once we align with our mind, body, and our spirit, that's all the evidence that we will need to know that this person is not compatible. Find the pattern, recognize it, acknowledge it, and cut your losses. You're going to thank yourself later.